Is this thing up or not? I can't quite see. Got a whole different view this morning. Here we are. Good morning, good morning. So, different view today. Sorry about that. Those of you who are with us just... Oh! My laundry timer. It's just a second. 30 seconds too late. I hope this is not going to be one of those days. Just give me a second. Now my laundry has to sit there for half an hour and a half while I do this. Can't be helped. This is really strange for me now. It's all the wrong way around. I can't type over here easily. Here's yesterday's trouble. The Blackmagic Intensity Shuttle. We knew it was a piece of junk from the beginning. We couldn't get it to work when I bought it. It had good reviews. I bought it. Couldn't get it to work. The company was pretty good. They gave me some hints about it. If they had put those hints on the website, it would have helped a lot more. Anyway, it's never worked, and now it's given up the ghost. So last night I went to Akihabara, which is just, 10 minutes away on the train, 5 minutes away on the train. Went to Akihabara to try and find something else, and could not. I'm running a Mac here, and the units that will run video on a Mac are few and far between. Anyway, talk about it later. Right now I've got to get some work done. You know what we're doing. This is the block, one of the color blocks for the microwave print. And we'll see if we can do a stream, if I can see what's going on, and if you can see some work as well. Maybe I don't know. Let's see how she goes. My fan is busy already. It might be noisy because the audio today, instead of coming through that interface as it did before, it was coming through the Mac here. So you're hearing fan noise and me as well, I guess. So sorry about this, but we'll try and get it sorted out as soon as we can. I have to explain a million times here today. It's okay. The problem today is our video interface has gone wrong. It's explained on the bottom. It's okay, sure. Now, the new position might be okay to talk to you, but it's certainly no good for the wood. You can't see what's going on. You can't see the knife and the wood. This is not our intention to do from now on. I went to Akihabara last night and really couldn't find anything suitable. The number of units available that will work with the Mac are very, very low. fact, actually what I should do is, there may be people here on the stream who have knowledge of this. Let me poke a couple of links for you. I'm going to link to a unit that I think is a suitable thing for this. And those of you who know anything about video can maybe help me with this. This is the unit that I'm looking at. It seems to do the job that we need to do to connect our video camera. I know the audio is bad. There's no microphone today. This microphone is not plugged in anywhere. Well, I'm sorry. Today's technical quality is going to be extremely low. There's no microphone. There's just the MacBook. Talking about that video interface, the one I just poked a few minutes ago, very interesting thing. I went to Akihabara last night, one of the world's biggest electronic centers, to try and find one. No go. Couldn't even find anybody that had heard about it. So I go to Amazon, and this is interesting. Look what I found here. This is Amazon.com. It's a bit of a long link, but it shows that thing for what seems like a reasonable price. And this is Amazon here in Japan. I don't know, that link might be too long. It might not be an actual clickable link. Look at the price difference on those two links. Amazon America and Amazon Japan for that video interface. The mic quality, I'm sorry, the mic, what's happening now is you're hearing my MacBook fan. I don't have a mic today. Hopefully by tomorrow we'll be able to get that new video interface and we'll be back to normal. So I'm very sorry today. Terrible quality today. For those of you who are seeing us for the first time, I'm very sorry. This is not a normal stream for us. Normally, we can see the carving more properly. Technical trouble today. It's the microwave print. We're doing one of the blue color blocks. You can see I've highlighted with a yellow-green tone all the areas that are going to be kept on this block. At the moment I'm just chopping around them bit by bit, one at a time. If I was just by myself with nothing else going on, this would be a couple of hours of work. We could finish this block, not sure before lunchtime, but I could finish in about 4 hours. So the full color block set for this could be done in a couple of days if there's nothing else going on. Okay, I see links about video. I'll check this later. Thank you very much. Oh, Mom's here. Good morning. Hello. How you doing? Is there anyone better than you wood carving in Japan? That's an interesting question. I've got to say yes and no. Both are true. A friend of mine, Asaka Motoharu, he's a traditionally trained carver. Trained from when he was a teenager. And he went through a pretty strict system of the old way of doing it. And he held the tools in the traditional way, which is much harder to do. But when you train that way, the result is better. You're a more skilled carver, you can do circles better and things like that. So he trained that way, and he's better at the fundamentals of all this job. Carving circles, carving over his hand, carving cleanly. What he's not had a chance to do is he's never had a chance to carve interesting stuff. Because he's just a carver, he's been given work to do. And in recent decades, the only work on the system is just to simple Ukiyo reproductions. So although he's really highly trained, he's a really good guy, he's got really good skill, he's never had a chance to stretch out and do interesting or difficult work, the kind of stuff that I've done. So I have no basic training. My carving is sort of a bit of a funny system and a bit of a funny way I do things. But it gets the result there. And because I've been self-taught, I had a chance to explore many, many more difficult things to do. So I've carved stuff, and in my portfolio of things I've carved are things that have never been carved for a century. So in that sense, quote, I'm the best carver in Japan because I've carved more difficult stuff. But quote, he's the best carver in Japan because he's the most classically trained, really rock-solid, good technician. Plus a really good guy. We're hoping at some point we can get him to do some work for us so that we can stretch him and give him a chance to do some really interesting stuff. But at the moment, that's where it stands. So it's a bit of a funny answer to your question. Clearly, he and I together, we wrap it up pretty well. There's other carvers still working. They're hired guys, and they have the idea that if they get paid well, they'll try and do a good job. If they don't get paid well, they'll just blow out of the crowd. So there's some awful work out there. And Asuka Sensei and I, we don't work to that kind of standard. So. How many color blocks? The real Great Wave print has 4 pieces of wood both sides, so it's actually 7 or 8 impressions for a normal Great Wave print. We're doing a 5. We're cutting out one blue, we're combining the sky and the boats, stuff like that. You can finally see the light, yes, so it's the water flask with the bulb behind it. So. Do I sell any of the other carvers working in the shop? No, he's busy, he won't work for us, he can't work for us. We tried. We gave him the Dragon's Gift print about 3 years ago, and he just couldn't work on it, so we eventually had to pull it back and pass it on to somebody else. Okay, something, before I forget, something else I had to show you. I made a couple of blog posts yesterday. Some of you may have seen this, or at least some of you may not have seen this. It's actually really interesting. First time ever we've done a multimedia thing. We're making our Patreon certificate, share certificate. And this is the first time ever I've done something like this. This is a combination of woodblock print and other printing. This is an inkjet printed item with woodblock in the middle, just so you can see what's going on here. The oval shape here is the area that is printed by woodblock printing. And the rest of it, all the tiny, tiny detail in the lettering, is all done by inkjet. These are the certificates that will go as a presentation to a number of the people in our Patreon campaign. I hope I can, maybe if I get it closer, the light's going to get dark. Look at this, might be able to see it. Look at this. And it looks actually like a real, it's printed on washi paper. It's really cool on the back. Very, very tiny, delicate lettering. And the mountain and sky are printed as woodblock prints. I'm really happy with it. Really, really happy with the way this has turned out. It's going to be a permanent item for us. And there's a space here for a number. It says number, it's blank. And there's a space at the bottom for the name and stuff. And what we're going to do is, I'll number each one in the order that the people join the Patreon campaign. And then I'll write their name in. This is to certify that blah, 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 Mr. Such and Such, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to date it, and I'll sign each one. So it's actually the first woodblock prints we've ever made that will be signed and dated and numbered. I'm really very happy with the way it turned out. A hell of a struggle with the printer. Not a woodblock printer, a hell of a struggle with the woodblock, the inkjet printer. This is just the first one. I only have one right now. What we did was, some of you may have seen this on the blog. Over the past week, I did two sets of tests. I did a test of different kinds of washi paper running through the inkjet to see how they came out. And then I did the same test on the same paper with the woodblock version to see how they came out. And there's a dramatic difference in it. Again, I don't know how close I can get. Some of them printed neatly and cleanly, and some of them printed really quite terribly. This is a paper from Awagami Factory. It's this sample pack here. You can see it. It's the Awagami Sample Pack Pro. And it's inkjet printers, fine art and professional inkjet printers. And it worked really nicely, really nicely. We wouldn't use it for our regular work because this X% pulp is in it, and we don't want any pulp in our work at all. The paper just wouldn't last a couple hundred years. And this is our only one. He moves around here and there. He's watching you. The paper, which one? It's in a... Okay, for reference, for people who want to try this themselves, whatever. On the Awagami paper list, the paper that we found was the best for woodblock work and the inkjet work. It was the one they call Kozo Thin Natural, and their code number is 2135324. And that was the best one from our specific point of view for this job to give a nice clean inkjet result and beautiful smooth color printing from our side. Again, the sound, I'm sorry, you're hearing the microphone in the laptop. I don't have a plugged-in microphone today, but this laptop doesn't take a plug-in mic. So you're hearing my voice plus the fans. I'm sorry. And the bad news on this interface thing is this might be like this way for a few days, because as you saw in those links I posted a few minutes ago, the next interface I'd like to try, buying it from the US is $400, buying it from Japan is $1,200. So I think I'll order it from the States, so it may take a couple of days to get here. Somebody's clipped something already. Anyway, I've got to work a little bit, okay? I'll try and cooperate by watching the stream, but I've also got to work. I'm not sure what to do when Cameron gets here. He can't really sit. We'll see over there. Somebody's been linking new video interfaces. Interesting, looks like affordable and available. The problem is though, I'm running on a Mac OS, and as I found out in Akihabara last night, far and away most of the units available on the market, basically all of them, are designed for use with Windows systems. The number of units that work with a Mac are few and far between. They're designed really mostly for gamers, and I guess the gaming community is built around Windows machines, of course. So, I'm not going to switch at this point. I can't remember the last time I used a Microsoft OS. It would have been, I forget what the thing was called. It was called DOS 3, DOS 3.1 or something. It would have been in 1981, 1982, somewhere around there. The system we put into our local music store, 1983, somewhere around there, I'm not sure exactly. We bought an IBM A2. I think that's the word, an IBM A2. And it ran, I think, something called DOS 3. It's before Windows. No mouse, no graphics, just the letters on the screen and keyboard. That's my last previous experience with Microsoft products. Yes, Ken, it was technical trouble yesterday. Our video interface, to recap again for lots of people who maybe don't know what's happening. Our video interface, the camera goes in, it goes out to the back, it provides the content for the video stream. It's been crippled for a while. It's always been difficult to use. And recently, the last few weeks, it's getting more and more difficult to set up. It's a deal where you plug it in, you wait for a little click to happen, then it works and stuff like that. And yesterday, finally, it just would not respond, no matter how many times restarted. It doesn't work. So we struggled yesterday, just had to give up yesterday. And then last night, I thought I had a good solution. I went to the giant Akihabara Electronics market last night and could not find a Mac compatible, with this OS compatible, my camera compatible. I could not find a video unit. And not one with good reviews anyway. There's various ones out there that say they're good for a Mac, but when you look at the reviews, they don't work at all. So we'll see. So hopefully we're going to try and get something up and running. I'm not sure. Today's Monday anyway, so tomorrow's the stream is off Tuesday. Whether I can get a new replacement running by Wednesday morning, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll keep you in touch. Shiny new Persuader. I think that's about what I feel about this thing. This is about what it's worth. Should put a little cover on it and use it. Not a bad idea. Thank you. I can't say enough bad about this stuff. It was bum right from the beginning. I don't want to talk about it. So anyway, hopefully by Wednesday morning we'll be up and running. If not, I'll post about it and I don't know, try and find a better solution than this little patch we're having today. So. Wonder. We'll be big enough, we'll have an IT department here. And those kids can take care of all this stuff for me. I will just come into the room here, sit down at 1 minute before 8 o'clock. They'll have it all ready for me. And I'll just sit down and start working. Good morning, this is what we're making, David. How you doing? Will we ever get to such a day? I don't know. Local. Can't blame Cameron for this one. I know, I wish you could see what I was doing. I'm sorry. I know. If you're new here, this is not the normal stream for us. We have normally a much better camera view, but our video interface is down at the moment. So what you're seeing today is a temporary stream, a temporary view of the stream. Normally we can see clearly what I'm carving. I'm sorry, this is not a normal stream today. This must be, I guess, Cameron, I guess, or it could be Sugasan, I'm not sure who. I'm not sure what to do with the camera. He normally takes over. There's no point in doing that today. I have to see what we do here. Good morning, sir. We have trouble.
Everything's turned around.
Everything's turned around. First thing, shoes off. Grab my power. I'm running out of power here because I'm unplugged. And this thing is drinking juice like it's never drunk before. If you can, there's an extension cord there, right?
Yes, here.
If you can plug that in here, please. You can see my power adapter. If you can give me power. Let's say hello to the stream here. Whoops. Yeah. Thank you. We're just in time. It's got like about whatever X minutes left. The juice man comes.
Juice man.
That's what we're all running here. So. Good morning, tech staff. Yeah, tech staff.
Woohoo!
But I'm not sure what to do. Hey, long story short.
Yeah, where's the camera?
This damn thing died.
It died.
You know the routine. You watched me try to set this up. You know.
But we got it working on Friday. But when did it die?
It just did the same thing. I restarted and restarted. It would not go on. It would not give me that little click that says.
I'm working.
So. And then I got, I tapped it a little bit, like it sometimes works.
Yeah.
Tapped it a bit more. And then maybe just perhaps I might have just
tapped it a little
bit too hard. And it's now
you got a different
gone.
click.
Gone. We don't get a click at all. Say hello to the stream. We're working on this camera.
Good morning.
And there's no audio either. So the audio is the MacBook audio, which means that you can hear the fan running. So they can't see anything. They can't hear anything. Why are you still here?
Why are you still here? You tapped it too hard.
I tapped it too hard. Well, whatever. It was done.
It was already.
Somebody said we should use it as an persuaded. So.
Yeah.
That's it. What I did was I took it apart last night.
Yeah.
I was hoping that because of the fact that there was a click always audible. When this thing worked, there was a little click. So I thought there must be a relay or something inside.
Yeah.
So I cracked it open. I had to go and buy a torque screwdriver to crack it open. Yeah. And there's nothing movable in there at all. Huh. So I have no idea what that click is. It's inside
something expanding as it
warmed
up.
So exactly. And it does get hot.
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever. It's history now. So I went to Akihabara last night to try and find something.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's these things, you can buy this thing, but there's no way I'm going to sink the same money into the same stupid piece of crap all over again. There's nothing else that works on that. Anyway, we can talk about long story later. There's one I found that seems to work. Yeah. Amazon US $3.95, Amazon Japan $11.99. We should talk about the gas company. Later.
That's crazy.
Yep. Anyway, so I don't think you can do anything with the string here today.
Yeah.
If I turn it to look at you, then it's totally pointless. So,
right, then you've got nothing.
So
the actual, what people are here for, watching you play.
Yeah, but they can't see that either, so I don't really know what else we can do here. There's really nothing. Just maybe whatever, it's nearly 9 o'clock, mix a short stream, whatever. And Tuesday is off anyway, and hopefully by Wednesday I can find a new interface, but it's possible I won't be able to do that if we're going to order it from overseas. Yeah. So I'll keep it posted. I'll post something on the Twitch front page about what's going to be happening. So, hey Cameron, read us a story, it says.
Read us a story? What kind of book do you want?
Once upon a time. He's getting out a book. Don't do this. Don't do this.
I'm trying to.
What are you reading on the train?
Yukiguni. In Japanese. I'm trying.
He is showing off for his train reading today. Let's see it.
But it's taken me months to get anywhere through it. I'm just reading a few minutes.
The classic tale Yukiguni, Snow Country, by Nobel Prize winner Kawabata Yasunari. And he's reading it in Japanese.
Very slowly. Very, very, very slowly.
So it says here, what a show off.
Yeah.
He's, excuse me, he's pretending to read it in
I'm
Japanese.
staring at it, turning pages every 5 minutes, so that all the Japanese people around me on the train think, "Wow, what kind of foreigner is this?"
Except that it's upside down.
Oh, you caught me. Now, is it safe to turn on that computer up there, or should I avoid that?
I have no idea. We've upped our stream requirements here, you know.
Has it dropped?
Well, it says
Is it
here,
okay so far, then?
actually it has, just not. CPU 34.4, which doesn't have anything to do with the video. Drop frames 250 over the past 46 minutes, so it seems okay.
Have they seen a difference in the image, or is
Oh
it
yeah,
about the
yeah. I
same?
mean, yesterday, not yesterday, the day before,
Yeah.
we did a normal stream with the new resolution, and it's much, much better.
Was it?
Yeah, much, much. It is. I downloaded the saved version.
Yeah.
And we should have done this ages ago.
Oh, well, I'm glad.
But it wasn't much. We changed from what, 990 up to 1080 or something.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because it's now sort of native. It's clearer and sharper. Before
Yeah.
we'd get some
It
sort
was
of
getting
distortion.
comments,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, cool.
So for those who don't know, a few days ago, and this is no connection, I think it's no connection with video interface, we changed the resolution of the stream. We're now a full 1080, whatever, HD 1080,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
1080 pixels in vertical format. So, yeah.
Probably why the CPU has been pushed out.
So it was when we doubled our CPU usage. Absolutely. So.
Pushing a much
And if you
higher
order this,
resolution with higher bitrate.
here we go. I'll keep on for about 10 minutes more, maybe till 9 or just after 9, and we'll pack this up because there's no point. We can't see what's going on here. So, was the internet connection never a problem? Well, there's been two issues. And one has been the video interface issues, and the next is actually getting it up onto the net. And we have a very, very good Wi-Fi connection here normally, but there has been, as regular viewers know, we've had intermittent problems internally.
Always something.
Yeah, always something. Oh, camera time. I forgot. Sorry, come on. That was the most interesting thing I want to show you today. He hasn't seen this. Did you watch the blog last night?
I did not. Sorry.
No, it's good. Sunday, the guy, he won't follow, he won't answer emails, doesn't answer telephone calls.
Yeah.
20 times I phoned him yesterday on Sunday. So, that's a lie. Have a look at this.
Wow. That looks pretty great.
It looks pretty good indeed. Go over there so you can see it, so they can
Yeah.
see your reaction against the light. They've seen, I showed it to them.
Okay,
I
they
showed
did.
it. Did that come out nice or what?
Wow.
I mean, the paper itself looks so.
Which paper did you end up choosing? Because I know you were looking at lots of different
We did.
options.
We'll talk about it. I
Okay.
chose one, and this is it, and I ordered a bunch of it. Actually, there was a question in the question box there.
Wow.
It looks so nice, Michelle. I'm looking at the back. You can see it's a wood block print.
Yep. Wow.
And there's going to be people 50 years from now, 100 years from now, who see this. They get this. They're going to look at the back and say, it's a woodblock print. Oh my God, Dave actually
How did you carve that?
I want to see their face, 100
Yeah.
years from now when they see this, So there's a question in the box here. What a chaotic stream this morning. Sorry about that. If you're new here, sorry. It is not normally like this. Or is it? I don't know. Twitch questions. There's a question in the box. Two questions in the box. Oh, one from yesterday left over. Oh, I answered that yesterday. Okay, good point, sir. Good point. Now, this same gentleman has asked before, what's the best weight, thickness / weight of paper to use?
Right.
He wants a number, and I've never been able to give him a number because I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't order by weight. We don't feel it by weight. We don't know. I don't know what the numbers are. I've got no way to physically measure it and whatever. But his point now, now that we have found a good one in the Awagami pack, what's the number on it?
Okay.
Very good idea, sir. Very good idea. The one we're using, drum roll, is going to announce a number here of the paper. I can't read this. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, it does.
It doesn't say.
It does. The one we're using in the Awagami, I have to go back to my camera. Okay, to recap the question, somebody's asking about paper weights. They've asked me before, what's the weight of our printing paper? You know, because sometimes you buy paper in what grams per square meter, and stuff like that. And I've never been able to answer because I don't know what the answer is. But now with this sample pack, we've done this printing on these samples, and they are listed by weight. And the one we chose to use for our certificate, because it gave a reasonably good result on both inkjet and woodblock, it's called Kozo Thin Natural, and it's listed at 70 grams per square meter. And the thickness, again, whatever, it's what they say, but I don't know, it's 0.16 millimeters. So that's a weight range there that is certainly we know is suitable for this kind of work. I've got to qualify it with one thing. I chose this to do this because it was the best combination of these two. It is a little on the thin side for us. And if I was just choosing paper with no other qualifications, just, you know, if I was choosing paper to use, our normal paper is a little thicker than that. Let me see if I can find the same one.
Your normal for woodblock printing?
The normal paper we use is a bit thick. In fact, that's good because he's got all the samples. They've got all the numbers here, so we can run this. They're all listed here with the thicknesses. So, I never thought of doing this before. Okay, here we are. Let me just go through them one by one. It says Kozo Thick Natural. It's 110 grams per square meter. We sometimes use paper this thick, but not too often. And when we do get paper this thick, we sometimes put it through a press first to lightly calendar it. So a 110 gram is a tiny bit thick for us, but usable. If we were having a print with many layers on a Shinhanga or something like that, that would be a good paper for us to use. For ukiyo-e work, not so many layered colors, it's a bit too thin. Next one on the pile is 90 grams. Again, it's a little bit on the thin side. They don't quite seem consistent, you know. So, these next two. This says 90, this says 70, and yet the 90 seems a bit thinner. So I guess it's not just thickness, it's, I don't know, bulk or something inside. You know, this range, 70, 90, that's the one we chose here. It's a little bit on the thin, good for ukiyo-e prints, not so much for too many colors stacked up on top of each other. This one didn't work at all. It was Mitsumata 95 grams per square meter. This was 70. This is the same one that we used, but it's white instead of a natural cream color. This one's Kozo. Thick, it's 110. It's the same as the first one I looked at, but again, it's white as opposed to natural. Then the last one, this one didn't work at all. It's not Kozo. It's something called Inbe, and it's 70 grams per square meter. I just wouldn't take the color. So anyway, there's a number to help, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't know these numbers myself, but to have that information. For the certificate we're printing, it's 70 grams per square meter. And our normal paper is something above that, 100, I guess, 110, 100, it's hard to say. Hope that helps. Someone saying, have Cameron weigh a pack of these things. It's not going to help us. No, I mean, without being sarcastic, it doesn't help us. In fact, I'm a little, all these numbers, you know, I don't, today it's a clear sunny day here in Tokyo. The paper has humidity level of whatever it says upstairs on the thing.
5,000%.
Whatever. That's funny, it probably says 60% relative humidity or something. So there's X moisture in that paper. If you weigh it, it's going to reflect that moisture. If tomorrow's a rainy day, the air is more moist, the paper wicks up moisture. If you weigh it, it's going to be heavier. So I have no idea what they do with those numbers. Do those numbers, are they mean a dry day, an average day, relative humidity? Awagami is down in Kochi Prefecture, quite a damp part of Japan. It's on the Pacific Sea coast there. I have no idea what the numbers mean. I'm sorry.
You also have this. Have you already talked about this another day?
I don't remember how to.
Oh, this is the...
Go for it, then lean in or something.
Okay. We have 40 larger sheets. You may have seen a few days ago I posted thin strips of washi that we couldn't use ourselves here in the shop. No. But a few of you should be getting those in the mail soon. But here we have a few larger ones that we've wanted to I don't know. We can't use them
dispose
all
of.
ourselves. Yeah, dispose of. But these ones are definitely usable. They're large enough to be printed on. So we wanted to. I gotta find out the price you said. We wanted to make that the cost.
Yeah.
All it was, just sell at cost.
What happened was we had to do some dosa work, slicing work last week, and I don't know. Long story short, we get large sheets of paper, we cut them smaller for different kinds of prints. But usually we try and cut it so that it's the least wastage as possible. The other day I had a quick job, I had to do it because the girls were waiting for printing, didn't have an optional job to match with it. So the point being, we cut the paper, and the leftover, we would normally like to use it for a print like this, a long, tall print. We have some in our catalog, but I can't because the texture of the paper inside, oh, look, you can see it. It runs the wrong way. And we could never use this paper ourselves for any print that had delicate registration. We use our Baron the long way up the paper, and if we did it on here, because of the paper grain is the wrong way, the paper would stretch a tiny bit too much. So this paper is not so useful for us for tight registration prints. So we just rid of it. If we had two smaller prints, we could print vertically, but we have nothing like that in our catalog. So because of the funny way we had to cut this when I did the sizing last week, we can't really use this. But it's nice, perfect, living national treasure, 100% Kozo Iwano Ichibei.
Already sized.
Already sized.
What we did was it's 100 yen a sheet. But we weren't going to sell them to 40 different people. I think that was what I thought it was. I can remeasure it.
We did it per square centimeter, what it costs us, right? So.
I think it ended up about 4,000 yen for all 40 sheets. But
What are you going to
if
post
anyone
on?
wanted to know.
You're going to do it on Facebook or something, Instagram?
Yeah, would that be better than here? I remember you saying you might just want to see if there's any interest. Send us an email,
Yeah. I don't
and
want to
then I'll let you know what the
Facebook.
prices were.
They do stuff all the time.
Yeah. So send an email if you're interested in these larger sheets, and we'll get back to you once we know how much. Let's break that one down.
And we just want to recover our costs.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make a bunch of profit selling our cuttings. Yeah.
So I'll just run us a few more minutes and then it's 9 o'clock now, so I'll just